it's really anybody's ball game, but Own, unlike her competitors, tied for second or second the last 2 years. I think she's hungry for that win. Big Money Missy has that name for a reason. She can win when the pressure is on. I think she has what it takes to get a third Disc Golf Pro Tour Championship title.
With the win at the Pro Tour Championships, Kristin can break her own record that she has for the last 2 years of season cash total. She'll have no problem out here at Nevin at least getting a podium position. Silva also had one of the biggest deficits going into this event. To say that it's impressive that Silva has made her way to the lead card is an understatement. Hello and welcome to the final round of the 2024 Disc Golf Pro Tour Championships presented by Barbasol. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the two hot geese.
Honk.
We ride for one final flight. Thanks for joining us. One more round at Nevin and a tight race at the top.
Yep. Before we get started, we do have some fun stuff still in the JomezPro.com shop. We have big, sexy berry discs in Innova. We have them in Discraft as well. We also have some Tour Championship apparel. This really sweet, kind of old school style Charlotte Skyscape with a disc golf basket. It looks really cool in person, trust me.
On Scoggins with a one-stroke lead going into the final round, 82% fairway hit, 61% C2 in regulation, and check out 94% C1X putting. Unbelievable.
Missy Gannon in a tie for the lead, right? Or wait, one stroke back.
One stroke back.
One stroke back, 80% fairway hit, 65% circle 1X putting, 70% of the time finding her way to circle 2 for a birdie.
Also one stroke back, Kristin Tattar, 64% fairway hits, 50% C2 in regulation, and 92% C1X putting. A little bit off yesterday for her, but she can put her foot on the gas anytime.
And last but not least, Silva Saarinen. Such an impressive jump up the leaderboard. She started out with only a -2 on the weekend with this Disc Golf Pro Tour format. Now she's 79% fairway hits, 97% circle 1X putting, and sitting in 4th place. On hole 1, we have this 321-foot par 3. There's OB on the right side, no OB on the left, but those fir trees are nothing you want to mess with. Not a lot of bogeys to be found here, but it is difficult to land the birdie.
Good morning and welcome back to the Matt Keats Memorial Disc Golf Course at Nevin Park for the final round of the 2024 Disc Golf Pro Tour Championship presented by Barbasol. This is your lead card. First on the box, your 2024 Idlewild champion and current leader, Own Scoggins.
Own shooting an 8 down to tie the course record. Missy Gannon also shooting an 8 down.
You can't write it up better than that. 2 course records to be up in the lead.
Yeah. Pretty amazing. I believe all of our lead card competitors are averaging over 1,000 as well.
That is true.
Is amazing.
Next to tee off, 2-time Disc Golf Pro Tour Championship champion, Missy Gannon.
Yeah, there's been really wild total combined putting distances this weekend with Missy and Own on the lead card. I think Own broke 300 feet of putting in one round.
Wow.
I know. I think it was 350 feet of putting in one round.
That's as far as I can throw.
I know.
Missy was at 10 down going into the last hole, which is crazy to even hit double digits during the round. She really looked unstoppable, and this is a great start.
Third on the tee, 2-time world champion, Kristin Tattar.
Kristin struggling a bit off the tee yesterday, but throwing some really good recovery shots to the green, saving a lot of pars, and still putting together a really nice round. She is someone to be scared of if she is getting off the tee today.
Yeah, it's funny to be like, oh, she's not playing well, and it's 1 bogey and a 4 down, which is a great score at Nevin, but maybe not enough to win.
And rounding out our card, your 2024 Swedish Open champion, Silva Saarinen.
I'm excited to watch Silva. She shot 7 down yesterday and 7 down the first round. She came into this event with only a -2 to start compared to our other competitors who started at least with, was it a -8 or better?
Yep. Yeah, Kristin -8, Missy -9, and Owen -10. Or
Flip-flop, Owen and Missy.
Yeah. Owen and Missy, yeah.
Yeah, pretty wild to make up 8 strokes in a few rounds.
She had to shoot 2 course records.
Yeah. Kristin very deep in circle 2. That's going to be a par. Missy with a tester to start. A+. Silva getting the birdie with a neutron rhythm off the tee.
Ooh, good disc.
Owen also dialed on hole 1, maintaining her 1-stroke lead. Missy going to take 1 on Kristin.
7 birdies today, the entire field playing on Championship Sunday in this new format for the Pro Tour Championships. So the stats will stay the same.
Hole 2, a difficult par 3, 366 feet, uphill to start. We've seen some birdies here. Silva, one of the only ones to get the birdie. Missy also able to get it going this right side gap that the drone is flying. A tighter line, but a little bit more direct. If you try to go to the left side, you usually leave yourself a longer putt. Get a kick anywhere, and this can turn into a bogey in 1 hot second.
We have not seen more than 3 birdies on this hole the last 3 rounds. It's tough to get here. It's a very, very specific line you have to hit.
Owen flirting with the center tree. She's going to fade out about pin high, but a difficult putt, if any.
Missy with a really nice looking line here.
Oh, yes. Clean, too. Color shift Thrasher.
Yeah, this hole's blind. You can't quite tell if it ended up good. There's also so many guardian trees that you don't really know what happens at the end. Silva with another great looking shot. Even getting a little fade at the end.
So pretty.
Is that a rhythm again?
Let's see. Vision wave.
Wave, okay. She throws the wave so well.
Ooh, this also is a good line. Kristin, unfortunately, catching one of the last trees with her gold line, St. Pro. Kristin's release is looking cleaner than yesterday. This is just a difficult hole.
Owen forced to just chip up. So we've seen also in the last couple of days, Nevin is not a course we're all very familiar with, just having the Pro Tour Championships here every year, and usually with a kind of funky format where we're not always watching every player play every hole every round. So we're still kind of learning what the deal is here, but it seems pretty true that the front 9 is scoring much easier than the back 9. Missy stacking up birdies like you have to. She gave herself a 4-stroke cushion yesterday, shooting 4 down through the first 4. And that is something that can really set yourself up to play a little bit more aggressive or feel comfortable playing safe in the back.
Silva also going to start birdie. And yeah, that's just got to increase your confidence, getting one that almost no one else gets. Getting one on Kristin. Silva now only 3 strokes back of a potential podium finish.
And Missy tying for the lead right now with Owen.
Neat.
We had, what, 5 lead changes yesterday?
Oh, at least. Some of them triple ties at the top, some flip-flops, some double shifts.
Some triple drops, some throwbacks, some tap bats. I'm just kidding. Okay, hole 3 to 630 feet. It's a par 5. That's purely about placement, not distance. Distance does help, but it really can get you into more trouble than it's worth. A backhand is sufficient on your first shot, and it can line you up to throw a big sidearm up to potentially eagle land, but we have not seen as many eagles as we were hoping to when we first started talking about this tough par 5.
We were young.
We just had no idea. We've learned.
Hopeful.
Yeah.
We've learned.
We've learned that this one, you're happy with a 5, and a 4 shows really great golf.
Missy with a good shot. Going to be pinned up on one of the fairway trees, though. Silva a little bit late. At least she dropped to the center.
That early tree on the left side is one thing that makes this tee shot so difficult. Oh my gosh, I did not know Owen was going to hit that. I did not. I'm feeling very powerful today.
Spoilers.
It's you are thinking about it on this tee for sure because you have to wrap it so tightly. Kristin doing a nice job.
Oh yeah, that's good placement. Although her and Missy pinned up on the same exact fairway tree.
Oh,
whoa.
From the rough, lots of little tiny vines and trees, and she is not even able to get back out onto the fairway.
She's got a gap, though. Working that flippy red destroyer, trying to push into the center. It does fade a bit too much.
Silva has the opportunity to save the par here. She does need to get a little more distance, and that looks great. Oh man, she's right behind the one wall.
Yeah.
You can never quite tell.
Yep. Kind of a throw and then deal with it when you get there situation. Uh-oh. Oh no.
Missy was trying to go big there, it looks like.
Yeah, full power drive. Really brutal kick.
This shot is very much set up for a forehand. Kristin having the advantage here.
Almost surprised not to see Missy go forehand. We've seen that so much from her this weekend.
Yeah, especially these little placement shots.
Kristin off in the rough as well, but positioned much better than Missy. Silva indeed dealing with the wall on her third, having to take a lot off, just going placement golf here.
Really nice shot to recover. I don't know if she can save par from there. I think it would take a pretty special fourth. Owen with another teeny tiny gap and a lot of work left to do.
Really great shot. Almost something special. Catches one last tree. Wow, Missy having to deal with the mandatory, which is not something most players are thinking about. She just pitches up to the short tee pad. You think she was trying to get it on the tee pad for good footing?
Ooh.
Big shot here from Missy. Dang.
Oh. She's going to have, I believe, a look from circle 2. Kristin not even throwing her third shot yet.
Now she has. And it's good.
It is so good. She is going to have a look at birdie. 35% of the field birdieing this one, 7 out of 20 competitors.
Man, not a single eagle all weekend, huh? Mm-hmm. Looks so much easier when you're just walking it. Refreshing your memory.
Uh-huh.
Silva just laying up the fourth, it seems like a little bit short.
Oh, and on the green, gonna have to leave with a bogey here.
This is the earliest in the round that Owen has taken a birdie all weekend. Missy, really long look for a par save. Comes up just a touch short. Silva giving off jack-o'-lantern vibes.
Definitely celebrating October.
What a putt.
Ooh, look at
Great
little body English.
Great save. Ugh, if I could have anyone's putting form.
And look at the follow through. We'd love to see it. It's rare to see Silva not just completely stoic.
Yeah, that's definitely the most animated I've ever seen her. In slow motion even. Kristin securing the birdie.
And gaining a stroke on Silva and 2 on the rest of the card. A really nice gallery that came out to Nevin Park today. Charlotte with a really awesome disc golf scene.
And look at that, the old 3-way tie at the top.
My buddies and I just helped grow the global disc golf community. Check it out. We got our favorite shirts at Quirky Goodies, and a percentage of the sales proceeds go to the Paul Macbeth Foundation. They build great disc golf courses all around the world. I picked up 3 shirts for myself. This one's my favorite. Hey, if you're like me and you're always looking for a discount code, use this one, JomezPro 15. That'll give you 15% off. QuirkyGoodies.com. Buy a shirt, make a difference.
Hole 4, another par 4, 640 feet, which is almost the same distance as the par 5 we just played. Wild.
Whoa.
Yeah, never really thought about that. Got to get over the rock pile. You got to get a little bit aggressive on the first shot to make it on the second. If you end up more on the left, which is the typical play, you kind of have to wrap a tight hyzer, maybe get a little bit of a ground skip. I would say right side is definitely rougher than the left side. It's not the hardest birdie out there. I think it's played kind of as a middle of the pack sort of a hole. But this is one of the classic Nevin shots. Push the back wall and then try to land in the fairway.
Today, this is the 5th most difficult hole. There were only 3 birdies, surprisingly.
Okay.
I think the second shot, this first shot is what is getting people, because you do have to kind of aggressively push that back wall, and it puts you into a high risk situation like we see Silva dealing with now.
Yeah, that's par land for sure. Parville, if you will.
Missy just mastering this shot every day. She's in Birdieton.
In a perfect spot alongside Kristin. Own way too much of a late release off to the right. Gets the good kick,
That
though.
was a gift.
And very much, especially to be past that little rock pile. I like that Silva rocks full mittens. Own probably too far to get inside the circle. Let's see how close she can get.
But really maximizing what you can do with that shot.
Yeah, and she's just outside circle too. It's not an impossible putt.
Missy with a really nice second shot, climbing inside the circle.
I think her and Tom are looking at purchasing a house in Birdieton. Kristin,
Missy pretty much already lives there.
yeah. Kristin has kind of struggled with this shot every day. It's been left side today, a little bit more right side tree hit.
Here's Silva just trying to recover, not going too crazy. Smart golf, pitching up, settling for the par.
Tough shot here. Kristin choosing to go forehand, needing a lot of turn on this disc.
Oh, look at that pretty pan.
Yeah, very nice.
Only 6 competitors out of 20 getting to circle 1 in regulation. Only 9 getting to circle 2. So this hole did play tough today.
Guess you never know which one's going to get you out here in these woods.
For real. Owen with a long look at birdie from circle 2.
Yeah, it looks every bit of 60 feet at least. Gives it a go.
That was a nice little crowd reaction.
Oh. I live for crowd reactions.
Yeah.
Like when they start as one thing and then change into something else.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Emotions.
Kristin a little high on her par save. Missy for a 2-stroke swing. Nice.
Just looking very matter of fact.
Just going to pop the clutch, take the lead.
Missy was one of only 3 birdies. Haley King and Ella Hansen also getting it. Kristin going back to even par with that bogey.
And a good recovery from Silva. It would be so impressive if Silva can get into a podium position.
Yeah, I'm rooting for her. It's so impressive already that she's on lead card.
Oh, yeah.
We just didn't expect to see someone climb the leaderboard like that.
Evelina in contention as well for a podium spot.
Here's the 710-foot par 5, kind of a tweener hole even with the distance. Just a lot more wide open gaps for this hole. That first gap is the one that you're thinking about the hardest because if you err right or left, it can be really tough to get back out to the middle of the fairway. These guardian trees add that extra par stroke that you see, taking it from the 4 we've seen in years past to now a 5. We thought we were going to see some eagles out here, and we have seen some eagle bids.
We're fools. We're optimistic fools.
I know, we just think everyone's so good.
Yeah.
They are.
There were a few 3s last year, to be fair.
Yep.
When it was a par 4, and it's averaging 4.45, so I'd argue it's exactly a tweener.
Yeah, and you're right. I think it's I think people are kind of taking their foot off the gas a little bit here, which is a lot of more of a smart play on this hole.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy birdie and an extremely risky eagle. Nice shot from Silva. Should be a little bit pinched for the eagle look, but should be an easy birdie.
This hole can just be so punishing too if you catch one of those early big trees on that initial gap.
Owen in a little bit of danger here of fading towards the out of bounds line. Looks like she'll check up before that. Gets the delayed green.
Kristin with a really nice looking tee shot, turning just past that corner tree.
Did she get caught up on it?
Oh, I don't know. I
In the
couldn't tell.
shade?
I lost it in the shadows.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, she did.
Sounds like a poem. Kristin working kind of a flip up sidearm, and it looks like it's fading a little off to the right side of the fairway, but she should have something. Birdie's still in play. Oh, and look how close she is to the OB. This is the second day she's done this.
Oh my gosh.
Not yesterday, but I think day 2 she was there, but she actually saved a birdie.
Yeah, it's a nice wide open fairway from over there.
Mm-hmm.
It's played as a tie for the second easiest hole of the day. Over half the field birdieing 11 out of 20 competitors.
Missy getting aggressive, working the right side.
Oh, she's looking at an eagle here.
She sure is.
Silva not quite able to get around the outside as much as she was hoping, but getting through regardless.
Also in Eagleburg. Own Not left with a great gap here. Choose to go out and around.
Great enough.
Yeah. Master of the flex. If you didn't know before from the thousands of times we've said it, there it is.
Kristin looking like she has a pretty nice line up to the green as well. Comes in a little short and a little bit hyzered. She'll have a long putt for birdie. So, eagle.
Yeah, outside circle too, but she's one of the best putters from distance. Leaves it short though.
Yeah, it has one tree in her way. I think that's on this side of the basket.
Missy also for eagle. Also not quite enough, but two very easy birdies.
3/4 of the field getting at least to circle 2 in regulation. Kristin's so close to that birdie.
Nice tap in birdie for Silva, moving to 3 down through 5.
Silva looking so comfortable at this course.
Does she look comfortable, or does she just never not look uncomfortable, you know?
She's looking like she plays really well out here. I was going to say enjoys playing out here.
Oh, yeah, no.
Her game caters really well to these fairways.
There we go. Nice neutral statement.
Also, she's putting lights out. Yay, check in Evelina on the forehand hole. That looks like you should go wider, but this is actually the play.
Yeah, it wasn't last year. Everyone kind of figuring it out. It feels like a cheat code. Evelina still going to have a lot of trees to deal with on this upshot. Pretty.
Oh, that's the perfect width.
It's like that's going to take Evelina to 3 down on the round.
Nice clean round so far.
And she's not too far behind Silva. Only 1 stroke, in fact. Missy with 1 stroke over Own. Here we go. Hole 6, a par 4, 530 feet. OB line all on the left, which can come into play on the drive if you throw a backhand. We've seen mostly forehands, and generally a forehand is the play. There's OB behind the pin, just outside of the circle. We've seen a couple of big rollaways because this basket is perched on a little hill. This is a change from last year. It used to be deep in the woods with a strange little OB creek. I think this is a much better hole for us overall. Missy, definitely, I don't want to say in the minority throwing the backhand, but if you have a power sidearm, you are throwing it here.
And if you misthrow this shot, you are pushing that OB line left. We saw Missy land almost straddling the OB line. This is a really good shot, though. Nice and safe.
She has been throwing forehand on the second. Silva also a master over. A master of the turnover. Whoa, I'm back.
A master over of the turner.
Yes, she is. Own with the flex. A little more flexy than we've seen, but it's looking good. It's been a long year.
We've run out of jokes. We're just going to do that for the rest of the day.
What? Mash words together?
Yep.
Your turn. Kristin, a little bit inside of that main tree you need to miss, but it should be just fine.
This is a really big distance shot and kind of scary.
Own landed in the bullseye yesterday, but had it that roll away. Today it sits.
On pure hyzer the whole way. So good. Kristin much closer. A little bit more angled along the OB instead of at it.
Smooth looking shot.
Uh-oh, coming in a little hot, but saved by the tree. She's going to have an awkward putt.
Kristin. Silva going standstill. What a nice floaty approach.
She's so good at those standstill control shots. And Missy pulling out the forehand for the 4th day in a row.
She's a little closer today. Yesterday she put it at circle's edge, but missed the putt today. In the bullseye.
Yes.
A little better every day.
She's like, I finally did it.
Kristin, wide straddle from the tree. She's good for the birdie.
Silva with another birdie. 4 down on the day, bogey free.
Going 2-2-2. 2 birdies, 2 pars, 2 birdies.
Are we about to have a star frame?
Sure looks like it.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
Get ready for your star frame dance.
Cross your fingers. Okay, she's good for it.
Oh, yeah.
Missy doesn't even have a par yet. $25 to edge with that star frame. Missy and Silva both 4 down.
You're looking at a work of art. No, it's not the Mona Lisa. But this beautiful can costs a lot less and looks magnificent in your bathroom. And Mona Lisa can't give you a smooth, close shave. Barbasol, it's a can of can-do.
Hole 7, we just watched Evelina throw with the inside line. I think that is the play with a forehand shot. But this is another hole where you just have to take it as you lie.
And then what?
Your second shot, you're hoping you have a nice line up the right side. Most players not going for the deep side line like we see from Holland Hanley.
Yeah, I think she's the only one doing that play. Missy working the forehand here. Hopefully has some confidence after that perfect upshot. She is going Z-Raptor. That's good. Maybe just a touch short. Silva, I believe that's a putter. Neutron uplink.
Yes. Yeah, it's a flippy mid-range.
Oh, okay. Very flippy.
Very, very flippy.
She's going to be caught up a little early on that right side. Really good power on this one from Own. She was about in that spot yesterday and actually took the kind of deeper outside gap.
She got caught up yesterday as well on a root or something. Similar thing today. No ground play.
And Kristin has been lacing this inside line.
This is a little wider than the days prior.
Yeah.
We'll see what she has to work with.
It's not the worst roll, but it's going to be a very different upshot than what she has been dealing with. Oof.
Silva still has a lot of corner to wrap around before she can go straight to the basket. This is going to be a par at best.
Really nice scramble shot.
Missy with a very strange lie here.
What do you mean?
Oh, that's...
Oh, wow. That's
so good.
That's so perfect.
Really? Mm-hmm. She was just, I feel like, millimeters away from so many different things.
Do you think her game plan today was no pars? Like either birdie or bust?
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Own did this line the day before yesterday, today, doing it again. A little inside, but it worked.
Always hamming it up for the crowd.
Kristin eyeing up a similar gap. This is probably the most wide open part of the fairway, even though it is blind.
Going to be just inside the circle, looking for another birdie. Silva, after a really good recovery shot, still quite a bit of work left to do. She's got to be one of the few people going all backhand on this hole.
And just on this course in general.
Very true. Yeah, it does cater well to a sidearm.
So good at the turning backhand shot. Great putt from Kristin for another birdie.
Yeah, she's looking calm, looking confident.
Everyone is just shredding this course.
Championship Sunday, baby.
Yeah, it's crazy to watch. Missy, another birdie. 4 in a row. We're calling it a sharp-shinned hawk this week.
Yeah, we are. Missy, the only one we have seen obtain a sharp-shinned hawk.
Mm-hmm.
She's got 2 now.
Yeah, Owen had 2 turkeys yesterday, but...
I like to picture them on their shoulders. Three very nice birdies and a good save from Silva. Checking back in with Evelina on chase card. That looks like her. Is it a Halo ABR 3 Glow? There's a lot of different plastic types. I'm pretty sure it's a putter is the point. And she sneaks in the putt as well for a birdie.
Yeah, that one kind of bounced off the pole a little bit, but it stays in.
Missy 5 down now, tied for the hot round with Evelina. 5 through 7. Wow. Hole 8, a fun downhill par 4, 548 feet. You're going to go inside, you're going to go outside. Owen's been laying up, everyone else has been going across. I guess we don't know what Silva's going to do. Disc golf is fun. Try to get across the ditch or not, and then lay up, usually with a forehand. A backhand turnover can work really well. Also, that telephone pole and wires on the left can kind of come into play, and we've seen some people fade off into the right-hand trees as well. I really like the different gameplays on this hole. Missy has successfully gone across this ditch multiple times.
And this looks like another really great shot. Kind of tailing off a little early.
Uh-oh. She's going to find the OB and not in the best spot either. A little too pinched on the left.
Par is definitely savable from there.
Owen has been laying up on this right side. And yesterday we saw the aggressive layup. Today it looks the same.
So aggressive.
So aggressive. She also landed within a few feet of the OB yesterday. It's so amazing. Very dialed.
Kristin trying to work a hyzer flip. She's always riding that right side pretty closely. Today she gets tangled up, but gets a nice little lucky ground play. Checks up just before the OB line.
It looked like she got caught up on a log or something that stopped her before the OB line. And Silva looks like she is just laying up because that is an Electron Envy.
Yep, just a putter.
Laying up quite short with that tree kick. Birdie isn't out of the question, but this would be a very impressive shot. Oof.
Oh no, that looks like it's headed right towards OB.
Ouch. Mistakes stacking up here on the 8th for Silva. Yeah, we haven't really seen anyone on this left-hand side. It's definitely much more blocked. Flexmaster own. Great shot. Man, what is Missy eyeing up here?
I don't know. There can't be a big gap. I guess there is.
I doubt it. I bet she just powered something through one of those little gaps.
Silva with a similar looking lie. Nice.
Great shot. I think Silva should play poker. Kristin with a nice layup. That's crazy. I didn't realize she skipped across to the other side. Missy dealing with this hillside, choosing to putt from a knee. 2 knees, actually, and it doesn't quite work for her.
I didn't realize how far up that hill she went.
Own for birdie. And her own sharp-shinned hawk.
Missy holding on to the streak here of no pars.
Birdie or bust. An exciting yet stressful way to play disc golf. Silva going to take her first bogey of the round. And another 2-stroke swing. Our third?
Mm-hmm.
On the front 9. Wow. The old flippy floppy. Own retaking the lead.
Dang.
Uh-huh. Changed a lot.
And let's wrap up the front 9 with this downhill par 3. It is a very specific shot that you can't just go out of control with because there's no beeline just behind the basket at about 28 or 30 feet. This log you want to get over the top of because it's not a putt you really want to look down. I like a forehand here, but a backhand turnover works really well as long as you get it to pan and check up in time and not bring that OB line deep into play.
Oh. Own switched the rock 3 that she's throwing. And I like that play. Missy's been doing the same thing. Not quite getting it to pan enough, but it's kind of a good mistake, if you will, because you're still down there for an easy par.
Kristin with a slower speed disc on this forehand. I like this play. She's going to have to really push those corner trees, though. She turns this over a little early. Almost gets lucky, but tangled up about halfway down the fairway.
Missy opting for the backhand.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh. I wanted it to go under that so bad. Still a good shot. I feel like Silva was born for this shot.
I was about to say that. This is her bread and butter. Oh, it's
Dang
early.
It. We set her up to fail. That's on us. It's still not a bad shot.
Yeah, right around the same place that Own ended up.
Kristin with quite a few obstructions in her path on this turning forehand approach. Beautiful.
That's so good. 7 birdies on the last 2 holes. Both averaging about a quarter stroke under par.
That's a little bit more on this one than we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Field dialing it in. Own just going to lay up. Silva from a knee.
Ooh. So much pop on that putt. Evelina, the only player to park this hole. Tap in birdie. See if Missy can get one.
From this very scenic log.
One tree in the way. Oh, that was almost so good. Kristin recovering the par well. And kind of the story of our lead card on hole 9 today.
Yep, par is fine on this one. Everyone doing a good job of getting quite a few birdies on the front 9. Hole 10 is kind of an easy one, and then, boy, does Nevin get tough on the rest of the back 9. Remember, we have $35,000 on the line. Second prize is $20,000. Third is, 10?
15?
15?
Yeah, 15.
It's thousands of dollars difference.
Mm-hmm.
So strokes can mean a whole lot out here. Own with a 1-stroke lead over Missy. Kristin 2 strokes back of Own. Evelina and Silva still in the mix if they pop off on the back 9.
Yeah, then there's kind of a big gap there. Henna floating in the middle, but After that, it drops back and the stroke advantage really takes into effect. Also, it really does highlight who is playing good right now. And like Erika said at the beginning of this episode, all 4 of our lead card players shooting over 1,000.
Yeah.
Average.
Yes.
For the weekend.
I know.
At Nevin. Wow. So good. A lot of people shooting under par today as we move down the leaderboard, but that doesn't really matter. We're worried about the top.
Yeah, we are.
Everyone's making money today, so everyone's excited regardless of what they're scoring. So we do have 9 more holes to find out who takes down one of the biggest purses of the year. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 hot geese.
Honk.
Honk.